So today we're making these fabric journal covers, and I thought they would be super fun to make. I made 2 samples beforehand. I thought it would be fun to have a bunch on hand for whenever I want to make a journal for someone. I would have it all ready to go. So I made these 2. I made them from inspiration of Gail Augustinelli. She makes these fabric journal covers. I just thought they were so cute and so fun, and I wanted to have a stack of them on hand. This one I made, and then I made this one, which is more of like a fall spooky vibe. And it has little foxes inside. I just thought it would be fun to have on hand. And I made these with some envelopes. So this one actually had a puffy envelope from Amazon inside of it. And then this one was just with like a manila envelope. And we're gonna go ahead and get started, and I'll show you how I made these. The very first one I'd already cut out like the fabric and everything so that we could just go ahead and do it. This envelope is 9 by 12. And then if they have the little metal thing in, I pulled it out. And then the first thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and glue the envelope shut. And I'll just go ahead and use, this is Fabri-Tac that I'm going to be using today. So I have a couple of bottles of this, and then I put it in these smaller bottles so that I could have more control over the flow of the glue. This is what I'm using today. You could use like Tombow. I have this Tombow mono liquid glue, or you could use your art glitter glue if you want, whatever you want to use. I think that for fabric though, gluing fabric on paper, this Fabri-Tac is pretty good. And then this Tombow mono liquid glue. I know that Jessica at Paper Terrace, she uses this all the time on her fabric journals, and they are really nice. And so let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and just glue my envelope shut. And then I cut out a piece of batting. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue that on first so that I can make it a little bit like fluffier and cushier. This one that I made didn't have any kind of batting or anything in it. It was just the envelope by itself. And I liked that too. You can just decide for yourself what you would like to do. And then this one, I used that Amazon envelope, so it had a cushy inside to it. So this one is more cushy and plush, and maybe you like that better. And then we're going to try this method with the batting on it, and I think that I'll like this. So I'm going to go ahead and glue kind of in the center because I'm planning to use my sewing machine, but you don't have to. You could just glue all the way up to the edge if you're going to not use your sewing machine on all of the gluing that we're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and just smooth this out. Okay, and then I have 2 pieces of fabric, and I decided I want the outside of the journal to be with the butterflies on it. This is some Tim Holtz fabric that I got. I got it off of Etsy, I believe. So yeah, I thought I would do this on the front and then this on the inside. And this was, gosh, it came a long time ago from, I think from Hobby Lobby, like a very long time ago. So let me see. So I'm going to go ahead and put some more glue on this. And today, I guess we're going to be using a lot of glue, right? Because we're going to make several of these just to have on hand. I thought that would be kind of cool. So I do want to, if there's any big clumps of glue, I'm just going to spread it out just a little bit. And I just have this little card that I got. It's just like a little car wash card. I don't know. It came in the mail. And I thought, actually, you know what? I'm going to do this. Lay this down so I can get it centered. Now I cut the fabric just a little bit bigger. Oops. And you can move this glue around for a little bit if you need to. There we go. I like that. Okay. Oh, I like this one. Okay. So I cut the fabric just slightly bigger than the envelope. So like maybe like a 1/2 inch bigger or so, or maybe a little bit more. But you can see like I cut the batting just about the same size as the envelope, and then I cut the fabric just a little bit bigger all the way around. And then, oh, I love it. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is do some more glue. On the other side, this will be the inside of our journal. Let's see. And I cut both fabric pieces the same size. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is going to be cute. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and set this to the side and then let it dry a little before we sew it. I'm just going to set it up here. And then let's get on to the next one. Oh my gosh, this is going to be fun. I have several different fabrics that I cut out and got all ready for this. Okay, so here's our envelope for this one. Then I'm going to put batting on it. Now, remember, you don't have to do the batting. If you don't have that, or you don't want to, or if you want fluffier batting or thinner batting or whatever you'd like to do. And this batting happens to be that stuff that is iron-on, because sometimes I sew bags that I make and I use the iron-on. But I put, if you're using that iron-on, like you happen to have that, I put that sticky side down, like so that it would be the soft side on the, you know, your fabric. So on this one I have this, which is what I wanted for the outside of the journal cover, and then this is going to be the inside. I really like this like ticking kind of, I think that's what it's called. But like shirting, maybe. Okay. That card again. This is going to be a pretty one. Oh, I like this one. I think I like them all. Okay. Let's see. The next one that I have is this one with some birds on it. I thought that would be fun. Okay, and then I wanted to put the fabrics that I have for this one are this, which I was going to use for the inside, and then the birds for the outside, I think. I just wanted to smooth out the big lumps, kind of. I like putting the fabric down and then putting it on top of the fabric. It seems a little easier to get in the center. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Look at these little birdies. Oh my gosh, look at those two. Okay. Okay, cool. Set that to the side to dry, and then I have one more of these. And this one I had a white envelope because I was using kind of more white fabrics on one of them. And this one had a sticky on it, so I just took that off. But I wanted to do a white one with the white polka dots, so I thought I should probably just use a white envelope if I have it. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue this little corner down. Okay. And then I thought I would do this for the outside and then the white polka dots for the inside. I thought that was so cute, like for spring and everything. And so this is just really to tack it down so I can sew it later. So I don't need too much glue, but. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Wow. Okay. All right, so these, I'm going to let these dry just a little bit before I start sewing them. I know there's not a lot of glue and stuff around the outside, but I want to let them dry just a little bit. Let me just show you all the ones that we made. So we made this one with the polka dots. We made the birds with that on the inside. We made this. This is also another Tim Holtz fabric with the shirting on the inside. It kind of looks like a man's shirt. And then we made this Tim Holtz butterfly fabric with this, the postcards on the inside. Oh, I love these. And they came together so quickly. Now I'll be right back after I sew them. Okay. So now I am back. I have sewn all around my little journal covers, and I was trimming them as I went after I sewed them. So I just thought I would trim this last one with you. So it ends up a little bit wonky. I think that's why you make your fabric a little bit larger so that you can trim it up if you want. You don't even have to trim it, right? Because these are definitely homemade. And if you feel like the edges are like if you don't like this kind of frayed look on the edge, you can use this stuff called Fray Check. And this is kind of like a glue that goes around the edge of your fabric so that it doesn't fray. If you don't want to do that, you can just leave them. Or you can actually use Fabri-Tac too for that kind of same thing. So I'm just trimming these up. And of course they're not perfect. They're handmade, right? But I really love how they turned out. They're super cute. And if you don't want to put the batting in there. They'll just be like flatter, like this. And I also noted that it is a little easier if you're going to be sewing around them. I mean, if you don't have the batting in it, it's a little bit easier to make sure that they don't have any wrinkles or anything like that in them. Of course, a lot of people will decorate the front of these with a focal point, so you can decorate any of your little boo-boos. You could put lace on there, you could put ribbon on there, something like that, you know, to cover up any kind of sewing boo-boos or whatever, right? Gosh. On some of them, what I was going to say is you can use different stitches. Now, on the tutorials that Gail Augustinelli did, she did a stitch where she did the straight stitch around the outside and then she did zigzag on the inside, which I like. But like on this one, I decided I wanted to try to do something different. So I did a decorative stitch along each side. And then I just did a straight stitch across the top and the bottom. So you could do whatever you like, right? I mean, this one I did the zigzag and then the straight stitch around it. And then this one I did that as well. So this was super fun. We made 4 covers and it wasn't that long, really. So fun. So these are all the covers that we made today. Thanks for joining me. Bye.